Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Brandon here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Rafael, and he's selling his 2-site package of dropshipping sites on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Rafael, and how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, it's really good to have you on the call today and talk to you about this business that you've created. But before we get started into kind of what the business is all about, it is a 2-site package of dropshipping business in the outdoors and equipment niches. Created in September 2018, the average monthly revenue for the business is $169,667 and makes an average of $38,532 per month in net profit. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 51727 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that I've given the general overview of the business, what's included in the sale is the primary domain and all site content and files, a secondary domain and all site content and files, an email list with 977 subscribers stored in MailChimp, social media accounts for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, supplier relationships as well. So, Rafael, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Sure. So my background is in business administration, and I, for 16 years, was general manager of a pretty large company with over 400 employees. And I got bored working for somebody else and having strict work hours and not having time for myself. So I decided to open my own business. And so I came across dropshipping and thought I'd give it a try. And as you mentioned, I started in 2018 learning about dropshipping, learning how to build a website. And I actually started doing that around April 2018. And it took me several months to build a website and to get suppliers and everything else that was needed, uploading products and learning about Google Ads. And finally, I had the store finished around September, but then I didn't start advertising until December of that year, and I got my first sale in February 2019. Yeah, that's how I began looking for some way to be independent and own my own time. And it's been a really great experience, and I've really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah, it's an amazing story, actually. Hearing, how you've been able to progress over the years and with these businesses is really awesome. And I'm curious, so why did you decide to go initially into this 2 niches in the equipment and outdoors niche? Was there something that you saw as great potential during your beginning stages in growing these types of businesses?
Actually, I researched, I think it was about 130 niches, all types of niches, equipment, home furnishings. It's a huge list. So I researched all of these, trying to look for products that were high-ticket items. I didn't want to have to fulfill hundreds of orders every day to make money. So I was looking for high-ticket items. And I was looking also for items that were not branded. By that, I mean, I didn't want products that people were looking for a specific brand. I also wanted products that were targeted for maybe I could say like an upper middle class clientele. And also I wanted something that had a good potential, that was products that they were on the upswing, demand for them. Also, I wanted products made in the US because I wanted to sell to customers in the US. I didn't want to deal with Chinese imports or everything that has to do with imports and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, additional shipping charges and things of that nature. So a majority of your manufacturers are also in the States, I'm taking it?
All of them, yeah.
Okay. So as far as getting your inventory from the manufacturers into your shipping warehouse, or is everything handled through the manufacturing themselves, right?
Everything is handled by the manufacturers. Actually, I'd say 95% of the products we have in the store are made to order. So that's proven to be very good at this time, especially last year, that I've heard from people I know in business that they've had trouble with things being out of stock. So that hasn't happened to me at all because everything's made to order.
So if the business is doing so great at this time, Rafael, why are you deciding that you'd like to sell it?
That's a good question. Actually, I do a lot of work for animal rescue, and I want to put more time into that, full time, actually. That's why I'm looking to sell the business.
Okay. Now, was there anything that you learned while growing this business that you plan on applying to future or current projects down the road?
Many things. I built the website from scratch. I had never built a website. I did it following videos online, and it was an incredible learning experience. It also let me know exactly how everything works, how to make changes to it, how to keep it updated. So I would recommend that over having somebody else build it for you if you ever have the chance. It did take me months, but the experience was great, and I actually learned a lot. I've actually built websites for other people since then, family members, and not stores, but just websites. I've learned a lot, actually, the way Google Ads works and Facebook retargeting, a lot of things that I think I'll be able to apply forward.
Was there anything that you tried with this business that just didn't give you the ROI that you were expecting?
I did. I've had, in this time, I've had several manufacturers, several suppliers, which I invested a lot of time getting them to work with us and also uploading the products to later find out that the margins weren't there. So those, we just stopped advertising. For some of them, we stopped selling them altogether. So yeah, in that sense, it was, I don't know what you call it.
Trial and error and trying to figure out, what was going to be the optimized ad to be running, right? Yeah, I completely understand. Where would you say that a majority of your traffic comes from then? Is most of it coming through organic search traffic, or are you running a lot of PPC or advertising to get traffic into the site?
I started just with advertising, but at this point, and with time, organic searches started growing, and it's a big chunk right now. The traffic we get is through organic searches, but we still keep advertising.
Okay. Do you have much traffic coming in through the social media accounts? I noticed you have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Are you utilizing those at all, or are those kind of being just pushed to the side for now? Or
yeah, I haven't really paid much attention to those. We do have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, but mostly just to have presence and for customers to see that we are a serious company and we have that presence, but we haven't done that. I think that's a good area of opportunity. Mainly, I haven't done that because I don't know a lot about it, but our products being so visual, and I think it would be a great way to expand traffic and sales.
yeah, absolutely. Now, hypothetically speaking, if you were to keep this business, what are some of the things that you would do to try and grow it?
I would go after new suppliers for sure. With the experience, I think that's the way to go. We actually have a couple of suppliers that we are approved with already, but haven't gotten around uploading their products. And so I'm basically running this by myself. So getting new suppliers, also going into like niches that are outdoor, maybe outdoor furniture. We've also thought about outdoor heaters. So yeah, there's a lot of room where to grow.
Yeah, it's good that you already kind of have this roadmap and this idea placed for potential buyers that they can take this business and scale it to its full potential, and with a little bit of extra effort and maybe some social media background as well might be helpful too. Now, can you walk us through some of the weekly tasks or some of the operations going on for the business that you're handling at this time?
So basically what I do is I take orders. Most people just place the order online. So I place the order with the manufacturer. One of the things that sets apart from our competitors is that with every product, we offer a cover, a free cover. So I go ahead and place the order for the cover, and I also send the customer documentation on the unit that they have purchased. So that's with every sale. Then other work that I do is follow up on orders that are already placed. As I told you, these made to order. And depending on the product and the manufacturer, lead times are from 1 week to 8 weeks. So it's important to keep track of orders that have been placed, just to catch if something is going to be delayed. Try to send the customer an email, just letting them know before it is delayed. Also, we take care of shipping ourselves with most products. So when the supplier tells us that something is ready, they send us the dimensions and weight of the freight, and we book shipping. We work with a few freight brokers. So we send them the information on the freight, and they come back to us with quotes from different carriers for us to choose from. And once we pick carrier, we send the bill of lading to the supplier. So when the truck arrives to pick up the freight, they hand it to the driver and off it goes.
Do you feel that there's any particular skill set that a buyer should have prior to acquiring this business? Or do you think that maybe some of the daily operations or kind of the things that you're talking about managing can be learned within the transition period?
Oh, of course. You can learn it in 1 day. It's very, very simple. Everything is online. Even the freight brokers, they have like really great websites. So everything is done on their website. Yeah, it's very simple, and it saves us a lot of money because most suppliers, they offer to ship the products directly to the consumer on their carriers or whatever carriers they use. But I found out that I can save a couple $100 usually if we book shipment ourselves. And so we do. But it is important to keep track as well of shipments, just to make sure that everything's going on smoothly. Sometimes a carrier, because before delivering, they call the customer to schedule a delivery appointment. And sometimes it happens that they have trouble getting hold of the customer. So we send the customer a text or an email. That carriers, for some reason, they don't. They just call. And so we like to be involved until the product arrives at the customers, just to make it for a better experience for the customer.
I noticed you mentioned it a couple times, but with your email list, are you doing any type of optimized campaigns with that, or are you trying to monetize that in any way right now?
Actually, our email list, I think it's off the number you said. It's about 2,000. I think the number that you have is from just one of the stores. Each store one has like 900 and the other like 1,100. So most of these are from our professionals program that we have on the website. What this is that builders, designers, contractors, there's a page on the website where they can sign up to get like special discounts and promotions. So yeah, we do use the list to send out promotions and discounts to prospective customers. And that's the only thing we've used it for. I'm used to speaking in the plural because that's what I do with our suppliers and our customers. But yeah, I haven't done anything else with the list. So yeah.
Something else that a potential buyer can always take into consideration. So yeah, that's awesome. Really great to hear. On the flip side of that, what do you feel are maybe some of the potential risks associated with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
Mainly the problems that we face every once in a while. As I told you, manufacturers being sometimes late with an order. Those are the points that are critical. Having the manufacturer be on time. So you have to sometimes follow up with them to make sure that they're on time. Also with the carriers, which it does happen every once in a while that a shipment gets damaged or gets lost. It's happened a few times. And the good thing is that every shipment that we book, we get insurance on them. So if anything gets damaged or lost, we get a full reimbursement from the insurance. And be it to have a replacement made, which is what most customers choose, or even to issue a refund. So we get reimbursed for the sale price. So we don't lose our profit even if an item gets damaged or is lost.
That's good that you're mitigating your risks in that sense and making sure that you have insurance on the products. Of course, you don't want to be losing money at the end of the day if something happens out of your hands, especially, right? Now, Rafael, are you willing to commit to a non-compete, meaning you'll stay out of this specific niche moving forward after the deal is completed?
Of course.
Okay, great. And then how much support are you willing to offer potential buyers? Are you going with the typical 30 days of email and Skype support, or did you have something in addition that you would like to add on to that?
I'm willing to offer whatever support you recommend. I don't know. I don't know if 30 days would be enough. I think we could go up to 60 days if necessary.
That's great that you're going above and beyond the average or the typical time, for the transition period and the support period as well. So yeah, that's good to hear that. Now, are you open to negotiating something like an earnout where you'll receive a large portion of the sales price up front and then smaller payments closing out the deal, say over the course of a few months after that?
I hadn't considered that option. I don't think that would be something I would be interested in.
That's completely understandable. Now, just a few more sideline questions for you, Rafael. So what advice would you give our listeners that you wish you knew when you first started this business?
Definitely to be persistent and to be willing to learn, to be flexible. There's so many lessons, but the most important is to believe that you can do it, because I'm 50 years old and I started this when I was 47, not knowing anything about e-commerce, drop shipping. And there were times when I started that I thought like I was wasting my time, that I was never going to make it work. And now I know that I did make it work. So I think that's very important, to know that you can do it and don't let doubts get in your way.
Yeah, really solid advice. Your biggest barrier into this is usually yourself or your own mindset and things of that nature. So yeah, that's really solid advice. Now, final question for you, Rafael, wrapping up the call. Putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you feel that your business is worth buying?
I think it's worth buying because there's a lot of potential to grow it. Also, because it's a business that won't take all your time, especially if you do it with a partner, since it's 2 stores, and that's the way I run it, with a partner, where I take care of one store and he takes care of the other. I think our average sale is between 2,500 and 3,000. Even if we get 1 or 2 sales a day, that leaves us a lot of free time, even to travel and to do whatever way we want. Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity, and it doesn't take all that much time to run. And also, it's really nice products, and I really enjoy talking about them to customers. And I also enjoy how customers love them when they receive them.
Yeah, it's a great feeling to have, the passion behind the products and knowing that the future and what it holds and seeing a roadmap, is clearly laid out is a great advantage to have as well within this niche and within your own business life as well. And that pretty much wraps up the call. Thanks so much for jumping on, Rafael. It was really great talking to you about this business you've created, and I'm sure we will be seeing it getting sold here in the near future.
Thank you very much, and my pleasure.
All right, thanks. And all right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and to see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 51727. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.